Okay, so welcome everybody. Thanks for showing up on this beautiful Friday morning. It's nice, right? Yeah, sunny. I went to your cafeteria, had some bacon and eggs. That's some brain food right there. It's good stuff. All right, so let's get started. So anytime you sit down to your computer, you're a software engineer, you open up your terminal. I keep all my code in a folder called dev, so I'll do cd dev. I can ls into see what's there. For this case, we're just going to make a new directory. And what website should I clone? Any suggestions? Atom. The web? No, that's too much like a splash page. Let's use like a transactional page of a website, like an actual page, like a page that you would actually visit and use. Somebody's shopping, somebody's hacking. Amazon?
Yeah.
Okay, let's look at it. Okay, see, this thing is like a weird shape, so I gotta like get out of here. Okay, so if I zoom out so we can actually see kind of what it looks like. What the heck is this thing? Get out of here. Ah! Why is this?
Oh, it's on the navbar. There's an icon there.
Oh, the icon. There we go. Oh no, it's still not getting rid of. Well, whatever. I think it's because of this thing, like the fact that I'm. Oh, there it's gone. Okay. Okay. So, basic breakdown here. We got basically two nav bars, and the second nav bar has two levels, and then I have a row, and then another row with three elements, and then another row with two columns, this column is worth two of those. So if this would be 4, 4, 4, then this is 8 and 4, and then I got 4, 4, 4 again, and then a row all the way across with little guys. I won't try to do the carousel effect. I mean, I could put that in because Bootstrap has a carousel deal. You guys can see what my shopping. I'm learning piano right now, so I got my first book of Beethoven. I gave up video games. Turns out, when you don't play video games, you can become a complete Renaissance man. You have like so many hours in the day. I'm like baking and playing piano. Anyways. Okay.
You have an Alexa, apparently.
Yeah, I do have an Alexa. I love my Alexa. I have 3 of them, one in each room. They're great. Yeah. This morning, actually, I had a wonderful Alexa moment. So last night, I was like, Alexa, wake me up at 7:30 with the magnetic zeros. You guys know the magnetic zeros? Or it's like someone's name in the magnetic zeros. But Alexa's smart enough, she can just get it if I say the magnetic zeros. So I wake up to the music of and Alexa just does it for me. It's great. Very nice. I also use it while I'm baking a lot. Alexa, how many teaspoons are in a whatever, Okay, so we're going to do an Amazon. Okay, let's call it Amazon. Naming, when you're a software engineer, you want to focus a lot on naming. It sounds weird. Like, you can name anything because the code doesn't care. But it can create a kind of focusing force for you if you always attempt to name things really well, so that you always know your future self always knows what that was, and right. So when you do variables, functions, project names, like always try to name things really carefully. So I want to know what this is in the future, so I'm going to call it Amazon Mockup. Then I'll cd into Amazon Mockup. I'm always auto-completing by getting the first few letters and hitting tab. And then I'm just gonna create index.html that way, and I'm gonna get init. So I'm a GitHub repository. I'm gonna go to GitHub, and unfortunately you can't. I don't know why, and I don't know if it's possible. Although I've tried a couple times to find out to make a new repository from my command line. I think that would be awesome, but. So I'll name the repository exactly the same. I'm not going to add in a README because then that's going to create already like a difference between my remote and my local repository, which is confusing. So I'm just going to create it, no description, public. I'm not going to add a git ignore or a license or anything. And then I've already git knitted. I don't want to add a readme. I do need to commit something, so So I'm gonna just copy that. So now because I have this, I have this little thing that tells me whether I've committed or not. See that little yellow X? So I'm gonna do git add, add everything, git commit. And actually I have this on the paste board. I'll just paste it in there. Git commit, first commit. Now it's committed, the little yellow X goes away. And now it's git push -u origin. Oh, I didn't add the origin yet. We'll add the origin, git remote, add origin. Whoa. Git remote, add origin, and then the URI. If I say git remote -v, I can check. Oh, yep, I've got my connection to my remote repository. And now I can say git push origin master. The U just says to remember that when I say git push, I mean by default to send my master branch locally to my origin remote. Sweet. These are also called the target. Origin and master are called the target and the source. So it's the command is git push target source. Okay, now I can just double check that this got up here. It should have nothing in it. Yeah, great. Okay, so connected my GitHub. And now I can open up Atom, and I'm kind of fully in the saddle now. I have the full, I've got my stuff. Okay, first things first. What do I do first? HTML5. Get my little, I'm gonna back this up a little bit so we can see. You guys can read that, right? They say the rule is take the average age of the room, divide by 2. That's the smallest font you can use. I'm going to update, first off, I'm going to update the title tag so that when we can reveal this. Find this in the Finder. I'm just going to run it already. And now the first thing I changed is the title tag, which changes the tab text. That's nice. If it says document, then it kind of just looks sloppy, like I missed something, right? I missed that first detail. So why not start from the top? Okay, and now we want to add Bootstrap. So there's no shame in looking at your documentation. Even the best engineers are looking at documentation all the time. That's why it's there. So we're going to add this CSS to our dealio here. We can add it underneath the title. So that created a bunch of gobbledygook. Don't worry about all the gobbledygook. The only important thing is this href out to the CSS file. Now, if we wanted to run that, we would actually see that's the code that it's grabbing, right? It's minified, which means that it's all the white space is removed and all the variables are replaced with single letters. So it's like as small as possible. So it's unreadable by human beings, really, but
enough time and effort, maybe.
Yeah. If you really, squint your eyes. Although if you're like in the Matrix, they're like, I don't even see it anymore. I just see, We unfortunately are not that far yet. Okay, and then I'm just gonna double check that I have that by just doing a hello world. Cool. So it's working because the font is the right font. It's the Bootstrap Arial font instead of the default HTML Times New Roman font. Cool. What we're doing here, by the way, is actually a really good process in product development. From any product, from a multi-million-dollar company, multi-billion-dollar company that's making a new module, to a startup in a garage, somebody in a dorm room thinking up, I'm going to make the next app. A really good way to start is to just build what it would look like and then show it to people. That's a really, really good way. So all of you right now already have the skills to prototype in HTML and CSS a fully new module or an entire new app. So that's kind of cool. You're like fully empowered. Now, could you make it dynamic and save data and stuff? Not yet. By the end of the semester, you'll be able to do that too. But already right now, you can do one of the most important steps, which is to be able to envision something, draw a wireframe of it, and then make it in HTML and CSS, and then show it to people and be like, what do you think? It would be an app that does this, this, and this. Here's how it would look, right? So that's kind of cool. That's what mockups are. All right, first thing is we need some of those nav bars, right? So let's look at our different nav bar options. So we know we got this schmancy pants nav bar. Let's get the schmancy pants nav bar up there. This is gonna be our first nav. Now I instantly noticed that the when I paste in, the indentation's wrong, right? Because this is a child of this, so it should be indented in. And all of it needs to be indented in a little bit, because you can see down here, see the nav should be a child of body, so it should be in. So I'm just gonna tab that over. So now it's clean. All right, let's look at it. And let's look at Amazon too. Okay, so we have this kind of, yeah. Okay, so we need like a kind of a weird nav bar at the top here. Let's just get rid of everything. And then let's just say like, let's give it a padding 4. Oh, too big. Padding 3. Does everyone see what I'm doing there? So that's kind of like the same height, right? Let's just leave it like that for now and keep going. So now we need another nav bar. This nav bar is actually more like an actual like nav bar. It's got the search bar in it. It's got this like hamburger menu. So now let's paste that nav bar again, and we'll correct the. And if we're really good engineers, we can put in comments. So first nav, and then we can say second nav. And to comment, I'm just hitting Command ? And no matter what language you're in, Adam will comment out and comment in if you hit Command ? Okay, so now we've got that, but this one is a dark one, so we're going to change navbar light to navbar dark, and we're going to say background light. We're going to change it to background dark. Yeah, okay, cool. And then this one has like 2 nav bars inside of it. It's kind of weird, actually. How do we create that effect? Any suggestions?
When I look at that, I can actually see 3 nav bars.
The white one, the 2 dark ones? Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. So maybe we should make 3 separate nav bars. Okay, let's do that. Good suggestion. They're just, the bottom ones will just be the same color, so they'll look like they're the same nav bar because there's no space between them. So I'll change that to nav bar dark and background dark. But then they're small, aren't they? Yeah. How do we make it smaller? Maybe we can say P-1 and it'll shrink the amount of padding. Maybe they're both P-1, which is a utility class that just changes the padding. That's getting there.
I think maybe if you also change the font.
The font.
Just take out the P's or P-0.
Let's see. Let's keep this small so we can see it. I don't know. This is actually looking pretty good actually now. Like now that it's kind of zoomed out. It's actually pretty good. That's pretty good. I think maybe these are pushing it big. Okay, let's move the form around a little bit. So we have this form, we want that to be in the middle. So let's put that up here. And then if we want to get really fancy, see the hamburger menu is on the left. But our hamburger menu, if we zoom in, is now, ooh, it's in the middle. It's weird. We want to get it all the way on the right, don't we? So see this navbar toggler icon? That's the hamburger menu because it's a toggler icon. Let's see what happens now. Oh, hey, it's over here. And then why is this one way over there then? Ooh, this might be hard to do. Well, let's put the form inside this collapsible. So see how this says collapse, navbar collapse? That means that everything inside of there is going to disappear when the navbar collapses. Okay. But I don't like that this navbar thing is over there. Well, this is doing weird stuff that I don't want to try to teach you guys right now, but it's okay. All right, that's pretty good. This is way over on the wrong side though, but we'll see. Let's try making the bottom one look more like this one. Actually, let's just not focus on the responsive yet. Let's just leave it in the full desktop size. Okay, so the bottom one, we need to get rid of the search bar because we don't need that. Okay, and then this navbar word is going to instead say like Amazon, right? That's where they say their actual, oh no, deliver to Adam Browse. Yeah, sort of. Maybe this is a navbar brand though. Well, it's a rough mock-up. Let's just try to keep moving. Okay, so instead of navbar, this should say Amazon. Yeah, that's getting there. What about these pictures? Can we get these pictures? Let's see if we get these pictures. Oh, background image. Yeah.
The whole thing is an image.
The whole thing's one big image. Let's try it.
Isn't it clickable, that image? Like different things on it are
I don't.
different buttons, or is it just?
What do you think?
really-
I doubt it.
I think it's just one big ad. Yeah, take a look, something new every day, and it just takes you into, you know, some deal. Cool. So it looks like the way they're doing this is they're adding a background image to this. So to this they're not using Bootstrap, so they don't have like a navbar type thing, but it is a navbar. Let's see if I can just add it and see. So they're doing an inline styling. We're gonna break all the rules and do that too, and just look at it just to test. So I did a style. I can even put this on 2 lines if you guys want to see it more clearly that way. And then we'll paste in background image, and then this thing. Now it'll go to the same place in the internet, so it should, yeah, okay, it's getting there. And so then the padding is too small, 4. There, starting to look real, huh? I mean,
You could probably fool someone with this.
yeah, a little phishing operation.
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
Yeah. Okay, so then this one, we can get rid of all these other little diddly doodlies we've got here. I don't need these stuff. Echo by 2. So this is disabled. We're gonna undisable that, and we'll change it, and we'll say echo by 2. We're gonna get rid of this aria stuff. All this like aria stuff that you see, don't worry about that. That's just like it's called universal design. I'm gonna say float right. Ah, come on, get over to the right. I'm trying to get it to, you know, pop over to the right.
With respect to the search,
I want it to be over here because that's where this is.
what did you text align?
Yeah, that's a good question. Text align. Text align will take the children and make the text all go right, and if the children are text, then they'll go right. Float right should make it go over. Technically, I'm supposed to use this thing called Flexbox, which I didn't really teach you, so I'll just leave it. You don't worry about it. Technically.
You said Aria's universal design?
Aria, yeah, I'm pretty sure Aria is like for, I'm pretty sure it's like, has anyone ended up on Stack Overflow yet?
Mm-hmm.
Anyone? Yeah. Stack Overflow is pretty cool. I'm surprised college students don't have a Stack Overflow. Like a Stack Overflow for college. I think it would be really great. Here, Aria is what you're looking for. accessible rich internet applications, ARIA. So accessible rich, so you think about blind people or deaf people or people using the internet that aren't fully, sighted or fully, then they can use these little tags will help their accessibility features to help them navigate. So it's a best practice to, use ARIA stuff. So Bootstrap bakes it in.
Design, that's what they're.
Yeah, it's an example of universal design baked into Bootstrap. That's right. Okay, I'm feeling happy with this. I could obviously do more, but I'm gonna keep moving along. So I got 3 nav bars, good choice. And then now I want this next step, which is this kind of image. It's kind of a complex thing, if I really look at it, it's kind of like the image continues all the way down as like a background picture. And then if I do this, look at the whole background changes.
There's a gradient there.
Yeah. Well, it's not even a is it? Oh yeah, it's a gradient on top of it. Yeah, I see what you mean. Is everyone familiar with the word gradient? Gradient. Yeah, like a shift of color. Oh, this is weird. What the heck's going on? Why is it all blue? Oh, there we go. So this one is... So if we look at how this works, whoa. So they are... Oh my god, this is annoying. Because it keeps... Every time it changes, it jumps down to the thing that changed. Oh, god. Okay, we're going to stop doing that. Okay, we're just going to fake it till we make it. Okay, so we're just going to make a row here. And we'll just take a screenshot of this. So this is where if you're doing a wireframe, you can just, break all the rules here. So I'm going to take a screenshot of the thing that is, has this dynamic functionality. And then I'm just going to use that as an image in the next one. So no container yet, right? But I will use a col 12 to just go all the way across the whole screen, no matter what size. And then I'll do an image. And the image will be images/carousel. I misspell. I'm terrible at spelling, everyone. I apologize. Carousel. Makes no sense. Okay.
I just can't think about it in French.
Ah yes, mais ouais, because we are all speaking French all the time. Just kidding. We speak English. All right. Or Spanish, or any language, really. All right, so we do images carousel, and we're going to put a class on that, which is image fluid, which in Bootstrap just makes the image be the size of its parent element. So if the parent element's really big, it gets really big. If the parent element's really small, it gets that same size. Otherwise, the image will try to be the size that it is. If it's 200 pixels, it'll be 200 pixels. So what about images carousel? Well, that's not going to be there, right? So we got to get it in there. It's just going to have this little broken, sad thing. Okay, but it's in my screenshots here, and it's right here. And I have this little thing called Yoink, which lets you move things around. So boink. And I'm gonna make a new folder called Images because it's good to organize my stuff. And then I'm gonna put it in there, and then I'm gonna right click in here, and I'm gonna say rename, and I called it carousel.png. Now it is there, and now this will find it at images, carousel. Yay! But this image fluid is not working because it should be all the way across. So let's inspect it and check out what's going on here. Oh, it is. Oh, that's weird.
Could you do like image fill?
That's a good guess, right? But it looks like image fluid, yeah, max width 100%. It's just weird. Oh, height auto. Wait, does that work? Nope. Interesting. Well, let's just go look at. Let's go look at image fluid. Renamed image responses to image fluid. It should be. This should work.
I think that's just a change log.
Yeah, it is. It is. But I want to actually look at the documentation for it. Okay, responsive images. Okay, image fluid responsive. So the alt texts also help with accessibility, because if someone's blind, they can't see the image. Their accessibility reader will read the alt text to them, so they'll know what the pictures are of, even though they don't see them. This is annoying. Why did it not so big? Well, maybe if I zoom in, it'll get bigger. Well, not over there. That part should stay still. It's just, yeah, okay, that's sort of better. But I really want it to go all the way across. Let's say, there we go, with 100%. Now let's just do that. So I know I told you guys not to do inline styling, but I also want to not create a CSS file. There we go. Okay, we're getting there. You think you could trick your grandma yet with this? Put in your password right here, Grandma.
Didn't somewhere say, not in General Assembly, but in one of them it said use cover instead of 100%?
Probably, yeah, cover. Well, cover is for background images. This is a image tag.
Foreground.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this is like an image tag. There's two ways to put images in. You can add a background image CSS attribute to it, or you can add an actual element called IMG.
Okay.
So there's two different ways. One is make an element, give it a background image. The other is make an image element. It's a little different.
Okay.
But this is starting to look good. And let's do the next step, which is to add these three. These are each going to be cards. We can look at the cards and see. Yeah, they're cards basically. So cards look like that, but we won't have the image in there. We'll put the image in the body of the card, so it'll look like kind of like that. Okay. Let's just take that guy. Oh, I don't want to have the width set though. Let's just use this. Okay, and then it's 3 across. So we'll do row col SM, or we'll call it col LG3 or LG4. Period. And we'll do 3 of those, and then we'll make 3. Whoa! What the hell? Get out of here! We're gonna do 3 of these. You just do those all at once. Was that weird? See, I did all those at once. Command L, or wait, sorry. Shift up and down will let me select multiple. And because I know I want to move those all over, Command curly brace right. Now those are all lined up. So it should look pretty good. Okay, yeah, good. That's pretty nice. They have rounded corners, which I hate. Just personally. No, I'm just kidding. I don't hate them personally. This row column, I think, might be throwing things off. No, I need the row column. Okay. Well, I want the white. So see how they have like space on the left and the right, but this one has no space on the right, left, and right. I think we can do that if we say PR3 and PL3. Padding right, padding left. Got it a little bit. Maybe I want it on I want some margin on the top too, MT3. There we go, a little prettier. I generally think that design done by engineers plus padding and margins equals design done by a designer. Like an engineer, that's usually the biggest difference between what a designer makes and an engineer makes, is just padding and margins. So if you watch your padding and margins carefully, you'll end up making really good designs. All right, now we need to throw some images in here. We got Beethoven, we got Alexa, we got our Astragalus Supreme. Highly recommend Astragalus Supreme. No, it's good. It's good. It's good stuff. It's good for your immune system. Yeah. It's a adaptogenic herb. Complex. It's big league. I think it'd be faster to just take a screenshot of it. Kindle Paperwhite too. Bam. I don't need a Kindle Paperwhite. Okay. Well, let's just do this kind of fast here. Let's just use the placeholder. Let's use the placeholder thing. That's easier. Placeholder slash. So we're just going to do something like this. Oh, God. Oh, God. I hope it didn't. Thought it was going to give us everything. And then we'll do class image round. Image circle, I think is the class for that. Nope. Renamed image circle to rounded circle. Okay. Why did they do that? There we go. So that's going to be my little face. And then actually there's another thing called a media object, which is like a little thing like that, which is like my little face and name stuff. So that's like a media object. So I'm going to throw a media object in there in order to make it look just like that. So you can see all these components all kind of stack together, right? So I made a card and then I put a media object in the card. I'm going to put this guy in here. I'm going to put MR3. Now let's see. Whoa. It's too big though. Let's do 80 pixels. Getting there. And then we don't need Crassit Amit Nibid Libero. You can just have a little bit of text there. Customer since 2027. Gives you a sense of how old I am.
You're from the future.
What?
You said 2027.
Oh, yeah. That was a unfortunate mistake. You'll all have to die now. Sorry, I don't mean to be creepy. I just mean to be a failed time traveler. All right, let's see here. Hi, Adam. Okay, anyways, I could keep going, but throw an image here below. Let's use another placeholder. This will be in place of the Beethoven book. This is about 200 times 100. Oops. Nope. 200 times 500. Whoa, too much. How about 200 times 300? There we go. That's like Beethoven, sort of. 280 maybe? Yeah, good work. Toby. I don't know. Does anyone have a nickname for Beethoven? Not me. I was learning fleur-de-lis last night. Fleur-de-lis, yes.
I am
Yeah.
from Louisiana, so we're very
Yeah.
happy that, like,
Yeah. Or sorry, fleur-de-lis. Sorry, I always get those
it's
confused.
not even the, it's
Sure.
not even the same language.
They sound the same, though. All right, you're right. I'm foolish. All right, text center. So I'm going to use text center because you suggested before, Olga, to use text right or text left to move on. That's good. That is a good way to get things, especially in the center. So now that image is going to be treated like in the center. Remember your padding. This is bad. That's bad. Your eye kind of goes like, what? Are you making abstract modernist art, or are you like very profound? Or you can fix that though. So I can do MT3. There. Now it has a little bit of loft. And then I want for bold text. I'll just use a B tag. Your recent order. Pretty good. If I want a little smaller, I could do small and then put the B tag inside of it. It's a little smaller. Oh, didn't really work. Okay, we won't do that. Okay, that's looking pretty good. Anyways, I'm not going to keep going because I think that's enough, but that's pretty cool. So that's kind of the work that we're doing when we're doing this mock-up. The reason why we do it this way is like by copying another website is there's like an objective standard and it lets you practice. What you then go on to do is conceive yourself of like, what would I like my website to look like, or my personal website or blog or whatever you're going to make. And then you just take a piece of paper and draw it how you want it, or you look at a lot of different websites and you're like, I kind of like the weird 3 nav bar thing that Amazon does. I mean, I don't think anyone likes that, but I like the cool thing that Pinterest does with their login page. Okay, I'm gonna take that and put it actually over here in my this other part of my page, and I'm gonna take the cool thing I like from this thing over here. So it gets back to that old phrase that is attributed to Mozart, but a lot of people I guess have said, which is great artists steal, good artists borrow. But I think it's the other way around. Good artists borrow, great artists steal. So you want to do that. You want to look and be inspired. They say copying one person is plagiarism, copying 100 people is genius. So take that to heart, especially the next time you're looking at the work of a genius. If you look at it really carefully, they really are just like ripping off a ton of other people. And that's great. That's like the way human civilization continues to get better and better. Okay, so I'm done coding maybe for an hour or whatever. Always, always, always. I check get status. You can see I modified index.html. I added a folder images. It has some files in it. I'm going to say get add. I'm going to add everything. If I say get status again, I can see that I staged the image and the index.html changes. I say get commit. Woo. And I'm going to say, started my mockup. Get push knows to push to the origin with my master branch of my local repo. If I go look at someone should do a remake of Brick House with GitHub, because she's a GitHub. Let's see here, where is I got a karaoke microphone for my wife. And then on YouTube, you can just watch karaoke songs and sing them. So just keep that in mind next time you're having a party. It's really fun. Anyway, so now I've got my index.html and my images up there. So for example, if any of you thought that was cool and you wanted to keep going with this is a public repository. So you could just click here, clone, download, copy, git clone, paste, and then you could keep going. And I invite you, if you want to do that, you're welcome to do that. Because it kind of, got things started. Yeah, I'd like it if everyone considered, so I mean, I know I made that video, and technically this video too, which I probably should have it stop. Quick time. How do I tell it to stop? Stop.
You probably have to open up the window for the...
Yeah, it's like in here. Stop. Okay, I'll probably...